So I've just recently come to know about a site for the first time ever from watching somebody. So I've gone and seeked the information out myself. This is the area and the site, the artifact. It's a pillar, right? I wouldn't say my opinion. I don't believe the narrative on it anyway, that it's something to do with Napoleon here. I would lean on it being from the megalithic era, which is mostly to do with just how much the thing weighs, which is over 300 ton. So a modern day tank will average between 40 to 70 tons generally. You know how heavy they are, and look what it would take to move something like that. Now the heaviest one, they say, has been 188 ton, which would be too heavy to even use, okay, especially in Ukraine. On surface like that, I suppose you could only use it on a road, right? So it's just unusable as a tank. So the site, well, the artifact, was meant to be a pillar, a plinth for a statue of Napoleon to stand on, right, at this site here in Corsica. Now, my problem with it, which is the only reason why I'm making this video, is the sheer weight of this thing. So 300 tons. So what we're looking at here, so imagine a tank. What would it take to move a tank even today, to lift a tank up out of this hole, because it is in fact inside a hole? In fact, I'm going to show you that this thing does actually flood, right? So this is always, even when it's dry, a muddy area. So what would it take to even pick this thing out of this area here today, right? So imagine this, what does it say? It's from 1820, I think it's from 1820. So what would it take to move an artifact like this? In fact, you wouldn't even do it in the first place. I've said this before, right? Any outcrop of any type of rock that you go and carve away, it's got natural flaws, cracks running all the way through it. You can't just go to an outcrop of rock, a mountainside, say, and point at an area and say, right, I want a 300 ton megalith carved from that area there, right? Because you would be carving thousands and thousands of pieces away before you even got one perfect. Well, I can't just sit here again and call everything petrified wood, because this is known, well, they call it a granite pillar. So if it is granite, you know, is it a mixture that at some point in history they were able to make it that way out of a mixture, or is it since petrified, calcified into what it is? Is it really granite? Looks like some kind of concrete to me.